What's up everyone, it's me Derryl Vi. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at a brand new pedal that I acquired. It is the ToneX One pedal. Now the ToneX One was a pedal I decided to purchase because I wanted to find something that would be suitable, for travel. While I had the quad cortex, for fear of getting it stolen, I decided to get something a little bit more portable. So I decided on the ToneX One, and I wanted to show you how easy it is to dial in a tone, and we'll take a look at it together with the software. So let's take a look. So I have the software right over here, and what you heard earlier was the Lish Prometheus amplifier with the LCFR 150 with the SM57. So I'm using that as my rhythm channel. And if we're looking for other types of amps, let's say if you're not really into this type of tone, we can go into the librarian right at the top, and then we're going to go click here to ToneNet. And as you can see, we have a plethora. We have 38,000 selections of amplifiers. So what I've chosen here is the Prometheus Asshatter. And just by clicking and dragging, if we want to use that, you just go over here. And if you just want to keep that, you're just going to overwrite that. And there you have it. So just like that, if you wanted to use it for another channel, let's say for instance channel A, we could do that. Now another great thing about this product is that we can load in our own IRs. So if we looked at channel A, I hear a little bit of noise. Let's just go turn on the noise gate, and if we want to select our cabinet, you're just going to go to custom IR first, and then we'll just go to the sweet spot like so. Very, very easy to use. Now if we wanted to choose like our clean tone, we could do exactly the same thing by going to the librarian. You could put in let's go back to ToneNet over here. Let's choose clean. And we'll hit enter. And there we have it. We have all sorts of clean tones that we can choose. But now that you saw what I did earlier with getting my rhythm tone, I've already selected one of my favorite clean tones for this particular pedal. So I went over here and I have the Mark IV clean. Just like every clean tone that I have the reverb on, and I have some delay, we have the modulation. And what I like about this too is that you can put this in either post or you can put this in pre. But for modulation, I like to have that in post, so that way it doesn't interfere with the tone. And then I have a little bit of a compressor, so just to kind of compensate its low volume. And that's pretty much how it works. And if we go into the amp, we have our selections here of choosing the bass. Now if you want to also, let's say for example, if we don't have the software loaded, you have your amplifiers already selected, you can modify everything right here onto the pedal. So what I've done, just for illustration purposes, is that if you want to adjust, let's go into the Prometheus amp. If you want to adjust your bass, same thing with the treble. You can do the same thing. And the mid's in the middle. Now if you want to select your alternate parameters, just click on this button right over here. Once you see the lights blinking, this is now going to the gate, the compressor, and the reverb. If you want to get rid of that reverb, just go to the very right. So that's pretty much how I set up my tone, for the rhythm section. Now that we have a tight rhythm section, If we want to do a little bit of, like, if you want to add a bit more gain, if we press the alternate button, we can select the gain, we can add a bit more gain as so. And if we want to like get rid of the gate a bit for your leads, there we have it. That's the ToneX One pedal. Now, would I use this in a live setting? I most likely will, because I love the portability, and I love that we have a pedal board that's in this pedal. You can make any type of tone that you want, and this is gig ready in my opinion. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.